here. I know some of you will already know me from my other channel, Jimmy Craze Vlog, but if this is your first time seeing my face here, my name is Jimmy Craze and welcome to my new YouTube channel. I know I have not done this in a long while for those of you that already follow me on my other channel. No, I have not given up on it. Maybe after this video, you will understand why I have been MIA on there, but I promise you I am definitely ready for outside and ready to get into the food vlogging. So please continue to stick with me, and if you would like to check that channel out, I will leave the direct link in the description space below this video. You can go check it out and subscribe to my channel. Well, if by the title of this video you've not guessed yet, yep, I am a mommy. I made a little human, like I have a child. Saying it out loud doesn't even feel real to me, myself, and I know this video is going to come as a surprise to a lot of people because I did not share the news of my pregnancy or anything at all concerning it. I just wanted to go through the process privately and, you know, not feel pressure to create content around my pregnancy. So yeah, that was it. But pregnancy season is over. My baby is here, and I know motherhood is going to be one hell of a journey, which I would love to share with you guys. So here we are. So Mommy Diaries, which is this channel, will be where I share my motherhood journey and all the tips and tricks that I'll be learning on the job. So if you are in this line of work and it's something that interests you, or you want all the gist for when it is your turn, then you don't want to be subscribed to this channel and let's go through the process together. So by the title of this video, I'm sure you already guessed what this video is going to be about. I'll be sharing my birth story. So I'll be talking a little bit about my pregnancy journey, and then I'll share my delivery process and a little bit of postpartum and breastfeeding. So let's just get into the video already. How's pregnancy for me? I would say my pregnancy journey did not come with any complications, thank God. I don't have any health issues whatsoever. My child did not have any health issues whatsoever, like apart from the fatigue, the nausea. Thankfully, I did not do a lot of vomiting or a lot of spitting. Like before now, like spitting and vomiting was one of the things that I always complain about when I'm close to pregnant women, especially the spitting. So I was really hoping not to go through that process, and thankfully I did not do the spitting in my entire pregnancy. I think I vomited like only twice, so I was good with that part of the pregnancy journey. Aside that, all the other stressful process, I went through it and I hated that. The only thing that pregnancy took a toll on for me was my skin. My color did completely. Now it's much better now. But then when I was pregnant, my neck was dark, my face was dark, like there was discoloration and all that. But I'm going through some skincare treatments right now. I'm doing a few things like myself and skincare products I'm using. So yeah, my skin is coming back together now, but before I dimmed completely. And when I was pregnant, I googled a lot. Like every little now, Google little. I was googling a lot. If you will see my search engine, you marvel. I was googling a whole lot just to be sure. However, I would say in all, I had a good pregnancy journey. No health issue. I didn't even change physically. Like I didn't transform. I just looked the same. My friends were expecting my face to swell and my lips to swell and all that, but I looked the same. Like I posted pictures that nobody could actually tell that I was pregnant during that time. So yeah, I would say on that part, pregnancy treated me well. So I carried full term. I went through the entire 40 weeks. Like I was hoping I would pop around 30, 39, because around 37 I was already tired. I was tired because you can hardly walk, you can hardly breathe, you can hardly sleep properly. Like it was crazy. And at 37 I was ready to pop. So I was, even when I was around 35, I was really hoping that by 38, 39 weeks I should pop. However, I carried to 40 weeks and some days. Yeah, my due date passed. Guess what? My EDD, which is estimated delivery date or estimated due date, was 14th February. Yeah, Val's Day. But I was really hoping that I don't even give birth on that, maybe 2 3 days afterwards, not specifically on Val's. Even one time, my gynae was like, Val's is so cliche. I was like, yeah, I agree. I was really not into the 14th February. However, 14th February did pass me by, plus more days included. So when my due date passed and I went to the hospital, I think my due date was supposed to be a Tuesday. So I went to my antenatal on Monday. No, the Friday before the Tuesday. So they're like, oh, okay. Hey, Tuesday will be here. So let's see. Baby should be here from this Friday going, which was the Friday before the 14th, which will be my actual due date. Now 14 came to pass, so I went to see my gynae on Friday, which was after my delivery date, and he was like, okay, if by Monday baby is still not here, I would have to go get induced and get it popping. So I was like, okay. I mean, at that time, at that point, I was just tired. I was just ready for this child to come out. But little Miss seems to have been so comfortable where she is. So on Friday, I came back to the house and listen, there was nothing I didn't do. My auntie would let me walk miles. Even before my due date, my auntie had already come to help me out because I already told them my due date. So she came like a week before my due date. So we were walking. Listen, we were walking. I walked. I squatted. I ran. I don't know what I didn't do. I was eating pineapple. They said the hard part of the pineapple helps making your delivery. So I like there was a time that I didn't even get pineapple in my area. We had to walk and go look for some pineapple to buy to come and eat it and see if it's going to help. It didn't happen. I ate pineapple for 3 different nights. Nothing happened. So that Friday, Saturday passed, Sunday passed. No show. I was like, what is happening? Gosh. Like, are you going to pop out or not? This child, like, come on now. I was expecting around 38 weeks. He decided not to come 40 weeks. I'm still not here. What are you doing in there? So on Monday, quickly, I went to the hospital and then I went to see the doctor. And then he checked my records and he was like, from the weight of the baby from my last scan and the weight and the size of my abdomen from my last antenatal, he's suspecting that the child will be over 4 kg. And he was like, if the child is 4 kg and above, I cannot have a vaginal birth. I will have to go through CS. Like when he said it, my face dropped. I'm like, okay. I was like, yeah, like if the child's weight is anything from 4 kg upwards, I think he will not advise that I do a vaginal delivery. So he asked me to go for a scan to check the weight of the baby at the time and then come back. So I was the whole time like, God, please, oh, please don't let my child be over 4 kg. I beg. So I can just do this because I was praying not to go through CS. I was praying not to go through CS because I have been with someone that went through CS and like they had a lot of complications after. So I was really uncomfortable going through CS. I was wondering the unwonderable, okay? I was thinking about all the things that would go wrong. Like I was going crazy. The entire time I was like, God, please. But when I went for the scan and the result came back and I took it to him, the child was 4.2 kg. So he just opened his mouth. The child is 4.2 kg. So like I said, if the child is 4 kg and above, I will not advise that you have a vaginal delivery. You will have to do a cesarean section for you. So that is what he will advise. So I was like, okay, give me some time to call my family and discuss with them and let them know before I agree. Because then and then he wanted me to agree so that he can, give me the forms to sign and then they can book me in and then I can come the next day and get it done. So I told him to give me time to speak to my family. So I called my mom. Everybody, like my mom was so anxious. She was just calling me every blessed day. Everybody was going crazy when my time passed. Like everybody was going crazy. So I called my mom and I was like, this is the situation. I called my partner. I was like, this is the situation. And they were like, my mom was scared to death. Like she was so angry. She was like, why didn't when they were checking my abdomen the entire time, why were they not seeing anything? Why didn't they advise that I don't eat or I don't do certain things for the child to grow big? No one was so scared. Everybody was scared actually. And my partner was like, yeah, it's fine. Like, it's everything will be fine. Like, relax. Don't bother. Like, don't panic. Listen, my baby went up. That's alone. That's CS period. Kakarabino. My baby went up because I was scared. I was not prepared mentally. I was not prepared for that. Like, it was draining me at the time. So we agreed. It was a Monday. We agreed, and then I went back. He was like, "So what is the verdict?" I was like, "Okay, I don't have a choice because he told me that if I even decide to try vaginal birth, I could have several tears, and I might even end up having an emergency CS. So the elective CS would be better for me." I was like, "Well, you are the medical practitioner with the experience. I don't know what to say. So let's do this, please." So I signed the consent form and then he asked me to go see the anesthetician who would be doing the process. So I went to see the anesthetician and when I told you, I asked questions and the guy was like, "Steve, relax, okay, everything will be fine." I was like, "Man, I am not prepared. I'm not psyched for this." But when I told you, that's one gave me all the hope that I needed. Like he assured me. He like the way he even spoke to me, the way he addressed me, he really made me feel comfortable. I felt assured that everything was going to be fine. I asked and even asked down to when I can have a child again. I didn't know this, but then he let me know that when you have a CS, you can actually have a vaginal birth when you give birth and the child is after a year and a half, then you can have a vaginal birth. Anything lesser than that, you can't have a vaginal birth. You would have to go through CS again. He told me everything that I needed to know. So after I had to go home and prep myself and prepare and come on Wednesday. And even when I went home, Auntie was like, "Let's walk more. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe before the Thursdays, like the child is going to come by herself." So I mean, we did more walks and whatnot. But then on the Tuesday evening, I felt like I was having contractions. And no, it's not Braxton Hicks. I was actually having contractions. I was checking the time, but nothing happened. So I went to the hospital on Tuesday and Wednesday evening to go check in so that they can prep me for the morning before the surgery time. So I went to the hospital with my auntie, and then around 4 a.m., the midwives came in to, prep me, check me, and all that, and then give me some drips to keep me hydrated since I was not eating or drinking anything before the surgery. So as around 8 o'clock, the anesthetician I went to meet on the day came in. They put me in a wheelchair and wheeled me to the theater. And the entire time I was like, "Oh my God, oh my God." So when they got me into the theater, I had to wait for the drip to finish and whilst we wait for the dog. And so after the drip, they wheeled me into the actual cold room where the CS was going to be done. And they sat me down. There was two men, two ladies, and then the actual doctor that was going to do the procedure. But then the anesthetician I went to meet and another one was also there. So he was the one doing administering all the medications. So the moment the other one touched me, I shaked. And then the one I went to meet, the one who spoke with me before the day was like, "Christy, that's okay. Everything we are going to do, we'll be telling you. So don't worry. When we are about to inject you, we'll let you know." He's checking your back and trying to measure you now. So relax. I was like, "Okay." So they measured my back. I don't know why they measure my back. But yeah, it was part of the procedure. So they measured my back. And then after the measurement, he touched me and was like, "Okay, he's going to clean your back." He told me that they are going to use spirit to clean my back, so I should relax. So they cleaned my back, and then now the injection is about to end. Like my entire body was, I was like, "Oh my God, oh my Jesus." My mind was going crazy. Like I was sitting down, okay, and stiff, but in my head I was also like, "Hey God, look at me, look at me, look at me, I better go." So he touched me, and then he was like, "Okay, now you're going to administer the injection." I was like, "Okay." So he injected me. The day before I came, when I went to see the anesthetician to explain everything to me, he was like, "The procedure is 2 ways. We'll either inject you and numb you from your upper body downwards whilst you know what is going on, and then we would put you to sleep and then do it, and when you wake up, it will be done. So which one do you want?" And if you put me to sleep and I don't wake up again, who am I going to ask? I beg injection and everything, they asked me to lie down. And then he was like, okay, now the other colleague is going to touch me, like from my foot upwards to see if I feel anything. So I should let them know. So I guess they were touching me with something. I didn't know what it was. So he kept asking me if I felt anything. I was like, no, do you feel this? No, is this hot? No, is this cold? I didn't feel anything. I was like, okay. So they covered me. Like the entire procedure was asking me questions, talking to me so that I will be calm because they definitely did sense that I was not calm. Like my entire mind was all over the place. So they were chatting with me, and then the other one was like, "They don't carry me. I'm gonna assume." While she's sitting there, she's really scared. So the dog came and they started the procedure. And I didn't feel anything. So I can't really tell at what point they started cutting me. But after a while, you won't feel the pain, but you will definitely feel your insides moving. It's like somebody's shaking you like this. Like your entire body. You don't feel the pain, alright, but then you feel the shake. You feel like something, like your insides are being shaken. God, like they cut me, and they open me up. The other day I was watching a video, I was like, this is what they did to me. Scary. They cut me, open me up, bring my uterus out, bring baby out. So when they were trying to bring the baby out, the head had gone down. I don't know why your head is down. It didn't even come naturally. So the doctor was like, he's having difficulty bringing the head out. So the two aestheticians behind me had to push the bats from my upper body. So they were just pushing me. I said, near my go sack moon also me. I they were shaking me like that. They were pushing like, hey, your baby's head here. And they pushed it till he was able to get a hold of the baby's head. And then they pulled the baby out. So the moment they pulled the baby out, the midwife was there, she took her to bath her. The moment the baby came out, it was done. They had to put my uterus back and start to sew me up. The entire time, I was like, what happened? Don't let anything go wrong. Because this is the part where things go wrong and daughters end up making mistakes and leaving things inside people. So the entire time I was just praying in my head, like, God, don't let anything go wrong. Don't let anything go wrong. I beg, don't let anything go wrong. Like when they are chatting, I'm like, why are they talking? Why are they talking? Please keep quiet so that I don't make a mistake. I beg, keep quiet so that I don't make a mistake. Once the process was going on, after a while, the midwife came, the baby to me. I was like, listen, oh girl, but I teared up. Just looking at my child, I was like, look at my little human, look at my own little human. Top girl, but I teared up, okay. But hey, after they took the child away, when I came back to what was going on, I got a bag. So they did the sewing, and you know, let me tell you. So after a while, they told me that I was going to get a cold. And if I tell you that I have never felt this kind of cold in my entire life, the cold that your teeth is shaking like and you can't stop it. I was cold. It's like when the injection is wearing off and you are starting to feel again. I guess that is listen. Talking about the cold right now, I'm having goosebumps. I'm having goosebumps. It was crazy. Like it was so cold. Then they came to cover me. They're like, "You'll be fine. It's the one that will give you after everything. We'll give you an injection. I will take the cold." And I was like, "Okay." So like after a while, the other anesthetician, the other one that I talked to left. So it was left with the one that did the whole, who administered all the injections. So it was like, "You'll be fine. We'll be done very soon." The doctor was like, "Who does not make bikini?" I was like, "Oh, who does not make bikini?" And then the doctor said, "Ah, that's for this sewing. He has done it well, it looks like a cosmetic surgery cry. Nobody's even, you can't even see anything cry." So when he said I was just in my hair, I was like, oh, okay, well, it's okay like that. At least the incision will not show you can't tell the enemy is fine. So they finished up and everything, and then they wheeled me out of the cold into the recovery room. So I was there, I was still shaking. Like crazy. So they were injecting me with a painkiller medication so that I don't fall asleep because at the time The numbness was wearing off, and that is when you start feeling all the pains, like all the pains come rushing in. I was shaking. I was shaking. Like after a while, the guy came and was like, "Are you still shaking? Are you still cold?" I said, "Yes." And they were like, "Okay, okay." So they came to inject a medication for me, and in a couple of minutes, the coldness went away, and I felt okay. And they injected me with the painkillers. But the moment that painkiller medication wore off, my dear, hey, what pain be what? Ah, hey, it was painful. I was feeling painful. So after a while, the moment that medication finishes, they come and inject another one. So I was lying down. I slept off actually after a while because of the medication. I think it makes you sleep. So one of the it's okay, it's all right. It's okay, it's okay. So after a while, one of the nurses came to touch my feet and find out if I can still feel something. But it took a while for it to wear off before I started feeling my feet again. So I had to be in the recovery room for so long because the midwives were busy. They were supposed to come take me back. So I was just there for a long while. I had to sleep, wake up, sleep, wake up because they said they were busy. So after a couple of hours, they came and took me to the ward. When they were transferring me from the theater bed to the ward bed, oh God, these people forgot. I don't know if they forgot themselves or something. Like when they were trying to transfer me, I hit the bed, and when I tell you the pain I was feeling, I could strangle somebody at the time. Like I don't know what it was. I don't know if they forgot themselves or if the transfer room it was not smooth. I just hit the pause. I'm like, sorry, I'm sorry. So, like I could, the pain was crazy. I could feel my insides move. It's like, ow, ow, ow. Like the entire time, I was saying in my head, like, if I could really beat these people, I would beat them because what is this transferring? Why? I was really in pain. So they wheeled me to the ward. At the time, it was already getting late, so they had asked my family to go and come back the next day. So they asked me not to raise my head, not to talk. Like I think that was one of the main reasons they asked my family to leave. So I won't have to feel the need to talk to anybody or they won't let me talk whatsoever. So after a while, later in the evening, they brought my child and I was looking at her like, oh my god, I made a little human. Like, look at her cute little face. Babies are so cute. So the next day I was able to wake up and then start breastfeeding, but the breast milk did not come the very day. But they asked me to let the baby suck on it, which will, let the body know that yeah, the baby is here, so start producing the food. So we're doing that, and the next day I was already producing breast milk. And so we stayed in the hospital for 3 nights, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and then by Sunday they came to check the incision and see if we were doing well. I was already walking properly, straight, and everything. My medications were working and all that. The pain was not going on, but they were giving us painkiller. We're giving us a certain painkiller. That one, if it's finished, no, you start feeling the pain. Like it will be killing you. It will be killing you, cutting you into pieces. So yeah, they were giving us medication. The nurses there were so nice. One of the nurses was really, really nice. I mean, she would clean the baby and then come clean me as well because of the CS. You can't bath naturally, so I was not bathing naturally. It had to be cleaned with water, hot water, and just some antiseptics. So I was just being clean. So on Sunday, we were discharged. We went home, and the process began. Postpartum began. When I told you, when I sit in a car and it falls in a pothole, my dear, it's like they've cut me open all over, and now I'm feeling pain. You can feel your insides shake. Like when the car is shaking, it's like your intestines and all the other parts are shaking. You can feel your inside shaking. Hey, this thing you have to experience it all. You would have to experience experience it to know it. Because when I'm even saying it, you don't even feel the impacts. You have to experience to know it. Like, motherhood is no joke. It is no joke. It's not a game for the children. It's not a game for the children at all. So breastfeeding. There's a few people that I told about giving birth. One question that most of them kept asking me is if my small boobs is able to produce breast milk. Well, let me tell you, according to the nurses, small boobs produce the most milk. Okay, so yes, my child is being breastfed perfectly fine. I'm doing exclusive breastfeeding, and she has been surviving on my breast milk. Okay, the little boobs that people don't respect. So yes, I'm producing enough breast milk. I'm trying to eat everything possible that will help me produce more breast milk. So 80% of what I eat is soup. If it's not palm nut soup, it's groundnut soup. If it's not groundnut soup, it's agushi. So everything that will help me produce more milk. I'm eating egg. I'm doing more chicken. Do sometimes carrot juice because they say carrot helps breast milk. So like I'm googling all the time what to eat, what to drink, even snacks to help me because I've realized that if you're not producing enough breast milk, you suffer in the child's health because then she would have to be feeding every now and then because it's not heavy, it's not a lot, and it will give you yourself headache because they can't sleep well. They will be restless because every minute the child will be up wanting to eat. And the moment they suck you, you are like you feel like you're about to fall down. I feel very dizzy. So I try to eat enough so that it doesn't affect the two of us. So you have enough breast milk, baby is happy, mommy is happy, baby is good, mommy is free. Okay, so I'm eating everything I can. I'm taking more mashke. Like mashke is my go-to. Please come and see me holding and taking care of it. You think I'm about to sell them? I'm doing mashke and with a lot of granules. If it's not mashke, it is porridge with a lot of granules to help me produce more milk. So yeah, breastfeeding is going perfectly fine. My child is healthy. Everybody that sees my child says I'm doing fine. I'm doing well. Like my breast milk is giving her life. We've already passed 4 months. 2 more months for her to start eating, and then another job begins because then you have to be making food for her and all that. But yeah, breastfeeding is going perfectly fine. I see the shaky pregnancy shows you the life-threatening phase you go through during delivery is not enough. Postpartum will also be trucking somewhere, waiting patiently to deal with you. The stress you go through during postpartum is real. Like it is crazy. Now your entire body has gone through change, and then another drastic change bringing the baby out. So it's a whole lot of things trying to get back into yourself. That is how some people lose their mind and go through postpartum depression because trying to deal with the change is not easy. Like it's not easy. You're going to go through some body pains. I don't know about when you have a vaginal delivery, but I'm having this knee pain. I can't squat for long. When I'm even squatting, even when I'm sitting in the chair, is down. My knees, my knees. So who would have thought? I've never had joint pains before. Even when I was pregnant, I think it was just your waist pain and all that. But after delivery, the pains just come from, and I feel like after you give birth, your body is open. Like the inside of you is open to you can anything can happen. I never had skin rashes before, but I started breastfeeding my child and I get body contact. The heat, it gave me heat rashes like crazy on my arm and my thigh, on my back. During pregnancy, I am always hot. I never even had rashes. But after giving birth, yeah, thankfully it's all gone. I've treated like it's gone. I think the first couple of months it's rough. It's definitely rough. But as time goes on and your postpartum period passes and your body adjusts to the new changes, you just get back to yourself. Except for the pains. Oh my god, my knee. It was really severe in the beginning, but now it's not so severe, but it's there. And then there is the back pain, and then there is the wrist pain. Before pregnancy, I already had a wrist pain, but it was not frequent. Once in a while, especially when I have used my hand too much, then I'll feel it for a day or two, and then it's gone. But now, the moment I use my hand and it's all good, I start feeling the wrist pain. Thankfully, the first 2 months, I had help. My auntie was here to help me, so I didn't really stress like that. I feel like by the time she left, I was already adjusted to certain things, and then I've done 2 months already by myself, and I have come to adjust myself to suit my new change. Like I said before, pregnancy had a toll on my complexion, so I'm working on my skin, I'm working on my body. I have to lose weight. I did not even gain weight when I was pregnant, but look at me. I've gained weight because of the eating. I am hoping I could work on it. I will start using the postpartum belt pretty soon. I learned that it's also good for CS moms, so I have ordered one which I am looking forward to use. But I have started tying my tummy as well, and I can actually see the improvement. I'm giving myself up to 6 months. When she starts eating, then I know that she's not depending solely on breast milk. Then I can put in a few diets and some workouts to reduce the weights. And my incision is healing perfectly fine. I just thank God that I'm healing. I am just healing fine. Just that sometimes when I have to carry something that is heavy, I really do feel a sharp pain around that area. So sometimes I just try to minimize the heavy lifting. I guess having CS is not as scary as I thought my life would be after going through it. But I'm just doing perfectly fine. And I feel like whether CS or whether vaginal delivery, you can go through crazy times, okay? Because I was there with a lady who came in and she went into labor for hours from evening till dawn. They even had to cut her at a point, and then in the end, it ended up as an emergency CS. So whether vaginal delivery or having a CS, either ways, it will go crazy. And so when you come out of both of it, you just have to give thanks to God. So I just thank God that I went through it and I'm just fine and I'm healing and I'm doing fine right now. I am ready for outside. The experience is crazy, but once you become a mother, you're taking responsibility for another little human. Like you just become different, I guess. But it's not easy, but we'll get through. I guess we are now getting into a more talking phase, but now we've moved from newborn to infant. We'll be entering into toddler phase pretty soon, where all the stop 7 million times a day begins. So I guess the journey is going to be crazy. So if you're interested in all the gist of my motherhood journey, you know what to do. Subscribe to this channel and stick with me, and let's go through the phase together. Like I said, I will share all the choice that I'll be learning on the job for you guys. And those of you that already have kids, you can also share your own experiences with me, and we can go on this journey together. So yeah, subscribe to this channel, follow the Instagram account where I'll be leaving direct links to the Instagram in the description space below this video. You can click on it and go follow that account where I'll be posting day-to-day activities that goes on in the life of anyone, and perhaps maybe share a picture or a video or two of my child, and you can see her pretty face. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, click the like button, hit the subscription space so you don't miss out on all the motherhood diaries that I will be sharing on here. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay safe. Peace out. Sunshine, blue sky.